everybody, and welcome to this little mini demo. We've got these lovely golden apples. You can see I've changed the color quite a bit. If you look at the reference photo on the top left there, you can see they're actually green apples, like Granny Smith type apples. But I'd previously done a golden apple and I wanted it to be a matching pair. So I decided instead of having it so green, I would bring in more of the yellow tones. I started off with a lot of green, but you'll see I'll make a decision to change that as the painting progresses to more of a yellow kind of golden delicious style apple, just so that the two paintings can sit nicely together. So I've also got a nice dark background in there. That's another change that I made compared to the reference photograph, and I used a mixture of dark, it's called Grey 13 by Unison. It's this beautiful dark blacky brown. It's not black and it's very, very dark brown, almost looks black. And then I'll go over with like more of a browny red and then a little bit of a green, just to get that kind of effect in the background, going from the red slightly lighter to more of like a greeny brown. So table, also I changed the table. You can see in the reference photograph, we've got the wood grain coming towards us. I made it more horizontal. I'll also put in a ledge. You can see in the bottom of the picture there, just made it really dark on my painting, and then put some light on top of the ledge, so hopefully it does read as a ledge. Again, that is a very similar to a previous apple that I did. Unfortunately, I didn't record that one, so I don't think it's on here. But as I said, I'm making changes to the reference photo, and those changes are all similar to a previous painting that I did. So I'm kind of using my previous painting as reference. You can see coming in with quite a lot of greens here. I've also got some yellow greens. Fixing up my edges, really important. Got to get some nice crisp edges. Sprayed some fixative. I'm using the Degas fixative here by Spectrafix. So there, coming in with more of these yellow tones. This is like a raw sienna color from Sennelier. And because I've got the green underneath there, you'll still see some of that greeny yellow coming through, which is absolutely fine. But I just felt like I needed to add in more of the orangey raw sienna tones. Putting in my leaf, and again I used a separate reference to put in the leaf. I find adding foliage in my little fruit and veg still lives just adds something, it just kind of completes the painting more for me. I think it's a bit bare not to have foliage. I think it just, yeah, something about adding some foliage just brings it to a place that I'm happier with. So I'm using photo reference. You can see it's well, you can see quick snap bits of what I'm doing. So I'm not drawing the leaves out of my head either. I am composing through different photo reference. Getting my shapes in using the not colored pencil, goodness me, what am I talking about? The pastel pencils, just to get the shape in, and then I can come over with stronger pigments, that being the pastel sticks, because they lay down, also depending how soft or hard they lay down more pigment than a pastel pencil. So pastel pencils are brilliant for mapping in your shapes, where things are going to go, and how they're going to look, the shape of the object that you're painting. So I use a mixture, Faber-Castell, I use Caran d'Ache pastel pencils. My pastel sticks, I use Mount Vision, Sennelier, you've got some Unison in here. I use Giraud. I use, again, a mixture. I don't stick to one brand. I use some Cretacolor hard pastels as well as some Comte hard pastels. I personally prefer the Cretacolor hard pastels. I find they give off more pigment, which I like in my work. I felt like I needed to darken down. The apple was looking too much of one tonal value. And so I'm darkening down there with some Sennelier. It's number 155. It's brilliant. It's such a beautiful dark, like swamp green. It's called Bronze Green Deep. So yeah, just had to watch my tonal value there. I needed more of a shift to bring that apple to more of a three-dimensional lifelike quality. Adding some light using a rare earth pastel stick, and again tweaking, moving pastel pigment into place with my pencils. Like I said, I really use my pencils as well as tortillons or paper stumps a lot in my work, really. So getting the little details in, on the apple skin, it's got those kind of freckles. I don't know what the real word is or the terminology, but getting a little bit of that in there, into the apple skin, and constantly checking my edges, constantly going back in with the pastel pencils to shift some of the pigment in place so that it makes for a neater edge. And then again, I used another reference. I just flipped the reference around. It was from Pixabay. It's a ladybird in flight, and I just thought that will add just a little touch and like pay homage to the Dutch golden masters from the past. So I added him in here. It was kind of tricky because it's kind of teeny, the size of the ladybird, so it was quite a challenge to get details in there, but I was overall happy with the finished piece. You can check this over in real time on my Patreon. I'll leave a link in the description below. But that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.